Hello. Thank you for the taps. Thank you for the taps. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. How are you? Well rested. I went to bed so early last night. Like, it doesn't even make no sense how early I went to bed. Thank you for going live. I've been following you for a while. Girl. You are a mess. Hmm. What is on my to-do list today? do that? What's going on here? Hold on. Okay, hopefully that worked. Let's see it that way. Alright, I shared it to all my platforms. I love your content. I'm about to get a little bit of little girl goes to camp these last 2 days. She ain't gonna like me for that. Oh, she's going to hate you for that. She is going to hate you for that. She like, I'm just now coming home. Like, you not gonna let me rock. What type of camp is it? I had pulled out my little handy dandy little deck yesterday. I haven't used this thing in ages. I must have just pulled those first 2 cards for me of we need to talk, and I'm sorry because there is definitely, this one was definitely for me, reading me for filth, because I got somebody in my family that's been calling me through the wazoo trying to apologize. Which is so funny that I pulled that. It's so funny I pulled that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Grand risings, rich risings, and all that other good stuff. Let me know if you're in the building when you're in the building. But yeah, I'm just about to pull some little messages, see what's the energy like today. Somebody may be getting an apology, or somebody may want to apologize to the collective, something that I'm seeing. But I'm just organizing the rest of these cards here. Hey T Smith, Risings, Grand Risings, how you feeling today? How are you feeling, T Smith? Thank you for joining the live stream this morning. If you are new here and you hit that subscribers button, once you're able to tap, definitely let me know that you're in the building for sure. New subscribers do get one free yes/no question. Get one free yes/no question. Okay, I think all these other cards is positioned correctly. Nope, nope, nope. It could be somebody money looking funny or something. Maybe somebody is grieving or made some type of mistake when it comes as far as who they've decided to help. There's something here calling for like an intervention here. Time for you to wake up. Kind of feels like you can't take no more losses in this season. No more being careless with money or careless of who you extend resources or help towards. It's almost in a sense where you've pretty much extended so much help because you do have a good heart that I feel like now you need a lot of those resources back. And it's almost in a sense where it kind of feels like you pretty much lost everything, or you're pretty much down to pretty much your lowest type of energy is what I'm feeling. You got that energy of woe. So it's basically this big wake-up call energy that I'm feeling for whoever this is for the collective. So you got on one end someone wanting to call to apologize, realizing that they need one more chance. They might have realized what was the lesson that they needed to learn. They want to come back and maybe talk. And then on one end, on the collective, There's someone that just pretty much did too much for somebody, did too much for a situation or something, and it's time to wake up. Because at this present point of time, it feels like it's like a whoa there type of situation. You've been too careless with your resources or your money. That's what I'm feeling here. I don't know who that is for. What else is going on in the collective? Once a good girl goes bad, she's gone forever. This could be associated with this energy here of basically overextending yourself, allowing people in your energy to get a lot of your resources, or you continue to help people. And I feel like at this present point of time, since it's at this one of these type of positions here, it's just like I will never go back there again. It's like nobody would ever get me like that again. It kind of feels like you feel like you got or something. You got the card of accountability. So I feel like it's a lot of people that could be in a collective that could be just, you know, setting certain things straight. Also holding themselves accountable for the bullshit that they have pretty much allowed in their energy. I'm not mad at that right there. Sometimes we do give a lot of people a lot of chances, resources, and help because that's just really our heart. That's really our nature. You know? That's really, you know, what we do. When we say we love you, we really do love you. But at this present point of time, it's like that love didn't really take any of y'all nowhere, but pretty much down and out, low, empty. So that grief energy is basically like, you know what? This is what's really happening, and I do need to wake up. But it's something here that even though you may hold yourself in a sense or a space of accountability, it's this energy of that energy of once a good girl gone bad, she's pretty much gone forever type of dynamic. So it's like, okay. So I don't know. That's what I picked up on right there. I'm well. How are you? Hope you're good with your end. Thank you for the free yes, no question. You're welcome, T. Smith, new subscriber. Will my person decide to stay living with me instead of moving out tomorrow? Hello, new here. Welcome, Mary. Greetings. Hope you're well. I'm doing pretty good. Experiencing a breakup at the moment for 6 years, and I'm hoping we get back together. He says he will be trying to move out tomorrow, but I'm trying to make amends and decide not to move out. Let's see what's going on for y'all freebies here. Give me a second. Yesterday I had a dream about an ex, and I want to know if it was a telepathic dream from him. Yes, please be sure to like the live. Be sure to like the live. Please and thank you. If you can, share out the live. But more for sure. All right. Aries. Will my person decide to stay living with me instead of moving out tomorrow? Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. I see those likes over there to the side. I feel like for your partner of 6 years, I do believe that they will maybe intend to move out. I feel like there may be a sense of a buffer space in their departure, but it looks like here that y'all may need to heal separately and then maybe try again. And Spirit here is saying that you have to trust the redirection for right now. So I do believe that his departure is upcoming. And I feel like Spirit is definitely separating y'all to become better for your own selves. And then maybe you guys can try again, but you have to trust this redirection right now. All right, Mary. Yesterday I had a dream about an ex. I want to know if it was a telepathic dream from him. You're welcome. I don't think it was a telepathic dream from him. This may be something here where you may need to address. It may be something that you could be suppressing from this ex, Mary, that you need to actually focus on to actually heal from it. It feels like this chapter is closed and you may need to basically focus on releasing that energy from that dynamic or that relationship, but it wasn't a telepathic dream from him. T. Smith, is Darius mad / upset with me? I'm going to try and Apple Pay you for the 777. Okay, love. I'm going to say that Darius may be upset or mad with you, however you want to put it. I feel like you already know exactly why he probably have some grievance with you, for Darius here. But I do believe that he may be avoiding on saying certain things. He's undecided on how to even approach you, or he's kind of like split on what he should actually say or do about it. So I feel like he may be distant with these thoughts or feelings here, but not really doing anything about it right now, T. Smith. Hello, likes 7 and new here. Welcome, Maria. Is there a mutual attraction between me and YP, the Leo? So I do believe that there is an attraction between you and YP, Maria. But it looks like here it's something that is off with the alignment of the mutual attraction. I'm not sure what he has going on in his world right now, but it kind of feels like the timing is off or the energy is off. And I feel like Spirit here is basically telling you to sit back and wait for alignment. But even when something comes forward, it's saying something about challenges will arise. So I'm not sure how much you know about YP or if he's in a relationship or he got other things going on. I feel like those other things could really get into the way of this mutual attraction. I see. At least it's mutual. Oh, I love the ending of your numbers, Aries. Can you confirm the last two digits of your number just to make sure it's you? You too, Maria. Thank you so much. Great morning. I'm about to call you Nicole. Great morning. No, the last two numbers of your number. Just the last two digits of your phone number, just to make sure before I accept it. Good morning, Tosh. I'm gonna say, who the hell, Nicole? Or you can text that same number with your YouTube screen name just to make sure, because there'll be people trying to claim other people's readings, and I'm just trying to make sure that it's, that's all. How are you feeling? I'm doing well. Can't complain. How are you? Okay, thank you. Never mind. So disregard the last text message I sent. Let me go ahead and accept it. I love the last. I love the last. I love the ending of your phone number. You are so lucky. I want to call my phone company just so I can change my number like that. I know they're gonna be like, "Lady girl, if you don't take this phone number that we give you." All right, let's see what is in store. Yes, I've seen it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm about to get into your read right now. Reads, you are so fucking funny. Let me make you a mod. And as a moderator. All right, let's see what's going on with Aries. I'm good, grateful for another day. I know that's right, Taj. So in this dynamic between you and this person, with the Six of Cups here, it does show me or tell me that you guys have some sense of like maybe like history. You guys might have like experienced a lot of life together. You guys probably grew up in many ways in a sense together or whatever the case may be. I do believe that there is a lot of appreciation for the connection in general between you and this person here. But I feel like in this energy here, it just feels like even though you guys have this great appreciation for one another or have this history or memories together, I do believe that there's certain things in this dynamic with the exterior energy here that has been going on, swept under the rug, not really addressed, not really fixed, no type of real I guess you could say, reconciliation with the actual problems while you guys were together. And I feel like through all those little things, things have been constantly swept up under the rug. And I feel like now you guys are at a space where all those things that y'all swept under the rug or kind of avoided, or things that you guys have been going through, is now finally catching up to exactly where you guys are. And with this Six of Cups energy and this Empress energy, this tells me that he has some great deal of love for you and definitely respect what you guys have tried to build together. This Empress energy lets me know that his love for you is not fake or anything of that nature. Um, what the time you two did share was real here. And I feel like that history thing is one of the reasons as to why he may, I guess you could say, drag his feet on making that jump outside of this relationship the way that he thinks in his mind. So even though he may feel like, hey, this relationship is over, it's not working, he's dragging his feet because he does care for you. He does acknowledges the history and the love or what you guys had. And that it's kind of scary for him to kind of like, should I not type of aspect here. But right now, in the energy here, especially with this Chariot energy, and then also with this Eight of Cups, it's something inside of his energy right now that's like, I need to change certain things up. I need new energy. I need to breathe here. So I do feel like this energy for the remaining of the 2026 year is going to be a lot of moments where things is going to be taking some quick turns here. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of movement around moving or living arrangements, and also distance here in this dynamic here. So with this Six of Pentacles in reverse here, this is like things that's going to be completely uneven and off balance. I feel like with this energy here, I do believe that there is this love that you have for him, that you really want him to really work on it with you, and for him to choose you. But right now, he's unable to really be very mutual. He's not in the space to kind of give you as much as he can right now, because in his heart, in his mind right now, he's thinking of, I need new, I need free, I need things of that nature here. You got this Four of Pentacles energy here. This is basically saying I can't keep holding on to this in the same way. So he's trying to release this energy, not necessarily because the love has disappeared, but he's exhausted by being in this relationship. You got this Five of Swords here. I feel like for him, it's for you and him, I do feel like it's going to be a lot of things left unsaid. And there's going to be this feeling of misunderstandings. There's this feeling of walking away hurt. There's this feelings of walking away lost here. And going back to this Eight of Cups energy here, he's really trying to figure out, I have to leave what currently is because I need to figure out who I am, what is my heart calling me towards here, and things of that nature. You got this Three of Pentacles in reverse here. Do I see you guys getting back together? No, not right now. I do believe what's happening here with this energy here, what I can say is that because of this history and because of the love that he has for you here, I do believe that he may pussyfoot on actually like really walking away completely the way that his mind wants to here with this Chariot and this Eight of Cups energy. So I do believe that there could be times where he may do a little bit of small talk here and then go distant again, because he's so used to you being in his world that he doesn't know how his world looks like outside of you. Now, with this Chariot energy here, and with this, this Chariot energy and this Eight of Cups energy here, this is looking like reconciliation is not on the table currently this year. This feels like he is trying to figure out what is his energy, who he is, and things of that nature. So this is telling me that this relationship has been functioning, but it's not really fulfilling for him anymore here. So it looks like here in this energy, especially with the Three of Pentacles reversed, the Four of Pentacles reversed, the Six of Pentacles reversed, he needs to be restored. He needs to be in balance. And I feel like the best way he can get back into a space of balance type of situation here is during separation, he's going to find himself. Now, after this situation here, it's going to be pretty much up to him to decide, wait, do I need to go back to the situation here? But in this energy here, it doesn't look like a guaranteed reconciliation. What I do feel like is him kind of toggling, playing around with the energy because he's so used to being around you for so long. But this separation looks like it's going to be something that happens within this year. It looks like he's going to go through a sense of personal growth. And then I feel like he may come to a point where, since I'm back into a space where I actually can breathe and I'm happy within myself, is this relationship worth me rebuilding on a healthier terms? In this energy here, it doesn't necessarily say that he's thinking about fixing himself for you. He's thinking about fixing himself up for new things. So in this energy, as of right now, but you know, energy does change. As of right now, he is looking for a whole different space right now. He's looking for a new groove. He kind of has it in his mind that kind of have it in his mind that you guys have expired. Even though he loves you, it's kind of feeling like it's not working for me. It's not helping me. I'm not able to grow from this. So as of right now, it's not looking like a reconciliation. Right now, it looks like he is really trying to find his own personal growth right now. And that's what I have for you, love. Welcome everybody into the room. If you are a new subscriber here, please make sure you say hello in the chat. And if you have a free yes/no question, be sure to type your question down in the chat with your name. If you're looking for a more in-depth reading like I just did for Miss Aries, take a look at the live description or go to my page and find the link tree to be able to get on the list for an in-depth reading. Hello, Pretty and Prank. Ricky's current feelings for Natisha. I cannot answer that. That is not in a yes/no question form. If you're looking for a more in-depth question reading into his feelings, make sure you join the list. Is my boyfriend planning something nice for me? Us wondering what could it be? All right. For your boyfriend, I feel like it's possibility that he could be trying to restore some sense of balance. It's like he wants to redirect the energy in the relationship here, but it kind of feels like in this dynamic, he may be struggling. I don't know if it's with finances. He may be struggling with certain things internally or a little bit of both here, but I feel like he's trying to figure out his way through. So I feel like that energy of wanting to do something nice for you is there here, but there are challenges that's in the way of it too. Whose Cash App name is Turquoise? I have a quick read for Turquoise through the CA. Do I see a future between Ricky and Natisa? For Natisa, I do see a future, but it's basically saying here there's going to be certain red flags. It's saying red flags. There could be a lack of action, lack of certain things in this dynamic, and it may not happen in the way that you may be wishing and wondering in your mindset right now when it comes towards this future between Ricky and you. So I do feel like there could be a future here, but this is basically saying like fix up the red flags before you actually go a little bit further with Ricky, because I feel like those red flags may end up hindering the connection between you and him. Okay, that is you. Thank you so much for confirming that was you, love. All right, you want to know, will Darius and you reconcile? Hold on, guys. Let me plug up my device. It's dying on me. About to go into 1 second. This. You're welcome, Natisa. All right, well, Darius. So with Darius here, I feel like his attention is kind of all over the place right now a little bit. There's some heavy distance. There's some heavy like 1 foot in and 1 foot out type of energy. So with this devil energy starting off here, this is tells me like this connection has some patterns that's not quite healthy. I feel like it's pointing towards Darius energy, towards temptation, other people, distractions, avoidance, or feeding his curiosity outside of what should be his priority with you. So it kind of feels like his eye is wandering right now. You got this Six of Pentacles in reverse here. This is telling me like maybe this dynamic between you and Darius have maybe become one-sided. It kind of feels like while you're trying to figure out what could you do or be open towards figuring it out, it kind of feels like he's maybe pulling back a little bit more or deciding when he wants to invest into you type of dynamic. So it feels like his energy is very, very inconsistent here. And I feel like you may be trying to figure out where you both stand when it comes towards this connection here. You got this Page of Wands reverse here. And this is another thing pointing towards a lot of more inconsistencies to follow here. I feel like with Darius, he has this thing with these temptations that it's kind of hard for him to really follow through. So with this Page of Wands in reverse here, I feel like he's doing things with immature communication, but he's also exploring other things outside of this here. I feel like his attention is very much so scattered. You got this Two of Swords here. It feels like Darius is refusing to make a decision, you know? So instead of addressing this connection with you directly, I feel like he's choosing little subtle ways to be distant or may have a little bit of small talk or anything of that nature. So I feel like right now he knows he needs to make a decision here, but he isn't quite making it just yet. You got this Five of Pentacles here, and this is going towards like the future energy here. This is showing furthermore emotional separation and loneliness. So I feel like it feels like in this dynamic that this connection here is not going to a space of secure energy. Then you also got this Tower energy. This tells me that something may eventually crash down. So it could be something come to light. It does feel like there could be some distractions and things of that nature that definitely comes a little bit more consistent in his world here. And I feel like this current dynamic between you and him is going to pretty much become impossible to maintain. You got this Two of Pentacles here. It shows that where he may end up juggling because he is a man. I feel like sometimes he dibbles and dabbles into certain things and trying to keep his options open. So sometimes his energy can go split here. Then you also got this Two of Wands energy, and this here is spirit is basically saying he doesn't continue, if he doesn't commit to actually putting his focus towards you, then there needs to be a decision made on your end because you're going to be stuck standing at a crossroads waiting for him to choose you. I don't really see a reconciliation. I just see that there may be a lot of patterns that continues to arise between you or between Darius when it comes towards you in this connection here. So I feel like he may continue to consistently juggle, but not really make a consistent choice into choosing you right now. So I feel like it's a pattern here versus a decision of reconciliation or anything of that nature. It doesn't look like it's that part. It just looks like he may pop up every now and then and maybe little small things of little efforts or maybe a connection with communication with certain things of that nature. But as far as like a solid reconciliation, I'm not seeing that right now. I just feel like he's going to be juggling for quite some time until he figures out which way he wants to go. And that's what I have for you with Darius. You're welcome. All right, next up is Latasha for a mini read. Are you changing the read, Tasha? Okay, you're changing it to a full. Okay. Okay, I just seen it out of sight of my peripheral. I just seen it, so we're changing it to a full. Gotcha. Welcome everybody that's coming into the room. Right now we're working on a full reading for Tasha here. If you are a new subscriber, say hello in the chat. And if you have a yes or no question, once I'm done with this reading, I will definitely open the floor for you guys. But tap the screen, share out the live if you can. And welcome into the room. I need to pull here. Whew. I feel like the confirmation is definitely there. Everything that I was about to say that everything that you feel is pretty much, in a sense, the truth here. And I feel like it's a lot of things kind of hard to ignore in this dynamic. And if your spirit is pushing you towards of believing or seeing things here, it's best for you to really just believe that. He comes through as the King of Cups energy, right? It's like he knows how to appear a certain type of way, even though he has some good emotions. He has a little bit of substance standing behind him. There's other things that is around him that takes away from the emotional side of him. So he knows how to appear calm. He knows how to be charming here. I feel like he's just simply a man that knows how to use his emotions for his advantage here. And then he also tries to do things to kind of sway perception of him too at the same time. You got this Two of Swords energy. You also got the Moon energy. You got the Seven of Cups here. And then you also got the Two of Cups that's also in reverse. And what this is saying here is that he is keeping a big portion of himself locked behind a closed door. I feel like he is not easily volunteering the information that's really needed right now. He knows how to say certain things and he knows what to put out here because it benefits him. So he is doing this thing of like a little bit of charade. You got the energy of secretive. You got the energy of you got the energy of what's the word? You got energy of secretive. I got a lost thoughts in my mind. Secretive, you got mind games here. And then you also got this contemplation energy. And it's basically, this is repeating just the same thing I just basically said. Like, He is very selective. He knows how to move with strategy. He knows what to say, when to say it. He knows how to make things, switcheroo and move things around and all that here because he has developed a skill. He has developed a sense of how to do things. He has developed this energy of basically, in a sense, being a liar, like you basically said. So I feel like honestly within this dynamic here, I do believe that there is an attraction between you and him. I do feel like the attraction is there, and that's not a lie. But I feel like the problem is what is attached to him, especially going back to you got the devil energy here. You also got this seven of cups energy that we talked about here. So with this devil energy, let's bring back out the seven of cups. And then you also got hopeless romantic that also pops out for him. So I feel like this is feeling like he enjoys the chase. He enjoys the attention. He enjoys the fantasy of you. He enjoys the emotional intensity of you. He likes feeling desired, and he also likes to put that energy out there. But can he keep it up? That's very iffy here. So I feel like he is not really prepared for the consistency that you're really looking for or what you're needing here. He just knows how to say the right thing because that's where this hopeless romantic energy comes in. Hopeless romantic energy comes in. So I feel like he knows what to say. He knows how to maneuver through certain things and to make it a sense of an illusion here. But he also wants freedom to be able to move however he please here. You got this energy of going back to the moon here. And then you also got this secretive energy here as well. You got long rap sheet. You got playing dirty. And then you also got under your nose energy. So I feel like with this here, this is a lot. I feel like there could be other women. There could be a lot of things that he may not be telling you when it comes towards his prior relationships or his history with relationships. That's where this thing of long rap sheet comes in at, because it's saying that he has a lot of messy dating patterns. He has a lot of repeated behavior. He also got this thing of pretty much broken promises here. And then this goes into energy here with the broken mirrors here. He leaves relationships carrying a lot of unresolved baggage, and then he convinces himself that like the other person is the problem, trying to exclude himself out of the problem. But what he's doing here when he finds another person is like he's learned something. He's learned a new little technique from his previous dynamic, and he kind of like utilizes in in new connections here. I feel like as far as like his intentions go, he's not coming in saying I'm ready to build something solid. He may say that, but inside here is like, let me see how far this can go, type of energy. And I feel like with this Eight of Cups energy, he's someone who walks away when things get a little bit too uncomfortable, or if you basically address certain things or you hold him accountable. He likes to maneuver through situations here. So a lot of things here, as far as this Eight of Cups here and this push and pull, one moment he can maybe 100% on you. The next moment he's showing you very, very iffy energy because he flees. He leaves situations very, very easy here. So that one day he's on, one day he's off. It's like he has this way of making you feel seen or chosen. And then the next minute, the things that he does with it, it leaves you questioning everything. And I feel like that inconsistency is something that you definitely need to pay attention to, because he likes to maintain control over the pace of the connection. He likes to remain control in things when he gets with other people. So that's where that energy of that push and pull and leaving is, because he wants to call the shots. He wants to make sure that you don't have like a one up on him type of energy. I feel like this energy of basically what you saying that you don't trust him goes back to this Two of Swords energy, because it's like you have a lot to question when it comes towards him. A lot to question. And then you also got this thing of burden to blessings here. You got this vulnerable narcissist energy here. You got this general exhaustion energy. And you also got this overcomplicating energy and this Five of Pentacles here. So this energy here is saying to you here to pay attention to the pattern that he's positioning to you here, because he is not lying about liking you here, but I feel like as far as what he comes with, he offers partial truths. He offers just enough to keep the connection alive, not enough truth for you to make an informed decision to choose him. So that energy of basically playing dirty here is for you to be cautious here, because this is screaming towards manipulation, strategic behavior, self-preservation over transparency. So I don't think that you're paranoid here. Your intuition is picking up on inconsistencies. So can this man like you? Absolutely here. But can he lie? Could he avoid accountability? Is he keeping his options open? Is he telling you what feels good in the moment? Absolutely. So your intuition is asking you, can I trust him? But your spirit is telling you, hey, do not obsess and do not catch feelings over a big lie, because a lot of his actions don't really match his words here. So I feel like right now, a lot of behavioral things is kind of off key right now. So I feel like he may have potential here, but that's pretty much it, because I feel like trust is earned, but I feel like he's going to repeatedly leave you in the space of feeling confused, insecure, and things of that nature. So you feel exactly what you need to feel, because that's what's actually happened. And I feel like spirit here is saying like really for you to pay attention to what you see. What is your follow-up question for this read? Hey, Relina, how are you? So I do believe that I do feel like he knows that you're on to him. I feel like he knows that you're becoming harder to manipulate in this dynamic, and it's like he's kind of feeling like you're harder to read here. You got this Lover's energy, but then you also got this Tower in reverse here. So it's something in his energy that's realizing, oh, something is changing here. She's not just falling for me. She's not just going for the okay, okie doke here. So instead of actually addressing the truth here, he instead of addressing the truth here and facing things head on here, he's trying to prevent things from actually completely falling here. So he's trying to manage the situation. He's trying to manipulate his way through this dynamic instead of clearing things up for the better. You got this Page of Pentacles in reverse. You got this Three of Pentacles reverse, and then you also got this Four of Pentacles here. And in this energy here, it's saying that he isn't offering much right now, but he's still trying to keep a grip on the connection here. It's like he wants access without necessarily giving you what you're looking for. So this is someone that's trying to keep this door open with you, like a just in case energy here. So I feel like he is enjoying you in a sense here, but it's like he's still in the back of his mind crutching onto, like, in a sense of a backup plan too at the same time. So with that energy here of him knowing that, hey, I may not can manipulate her anymore here, with this King of Wands here and this Page of Wands here, he's trying to wait and see if you soften your stance when it comes towards him. So he's testing whether you're going to completely go distant, or this energy of basically being onto him is temporary here. You got this energy of false front here. You also got playing both sides. You got the habitual line stepper. And then you also got commitment phobia here too at the same time. And I feel like this is someone who is painting a situation and adapting to it, adapting to certain things in front of them. So it's like he knows how to step through. He knows how to play people. He knows how to do things to his advantage here. So in his head here, it's like he's realizing that you are noticing things that he didn't expect you to notice here. So instead of him clearing things up, he's doing this thing of playing both sides. So it's one moment he's trying to be there for you and, oh, I like you, da, 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 da. But on the other end, he's kind of doing other things to preserve he's like focusing on his other options, or focusing pretty much on his other life here. I feel like how should you move here, especially with this Four of Pentacles here that stands out to me, is basically saying keep falling back here. Not to punish him, but to observe him too at the same time. Because as you push back here to observe him, you're going to see exactly what he is here. And this Four of Pentacles energy here is saying to do not over-invest emotionally right now. Protect your peace, protect your time, protect your protect your heart, protect you in general. Because this habitual line stepper energy here tells me everything that we pretty much already know. You already expressed a boundary here. You don't have to keep explaining it here, because if he respects your boundaries, he will actually adjust. But because of this energy of commitment phobia and playing both sides, he's going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. So with this energy of this cautionary tale, you also got sexual freak here. You got that commitment phobia. You got waste of resources and penalty here. This is saying that he's going to, basically what he's going to do here, he's going to try to play the long game. He's going to lean into sex. He's going to lean into sexual chemistry, like in flirtation, when he feels you slipping away. Or he may use sex for a reason to, like, keep you close in, because he's not necessarily ready for a commitment here. He thinks that physical closeness can distract other things that's actually going on here. So in this energy here, what you should do is continue to listen to your intuition and continue dialing that energy back here, because at the end of the day, you may get to a space where you could waste your resources, and that's your time, attention, and your heart. And then you may get into a way where you could penalize your direction in life right now by putting too much into this energy when it comes towards him. What is your second follow-up question? Thank y'all for the likes. Yeah, it's way too many red flags here. It's way too many red flags. Way too many. Waste of resources, penalty, especially with this sexual deviant energy. But I feel like he tells lie. He's a habitual line stepper. I feel like he's a habitual. I feel like at this present moment. So I feel like your intuition is telling you where you need to roll them, where you need to fold them here already as it is. Because this situations, these games that he play typically works on other women. He pretty much knows how to command what he wants and things of that nature, but he's not doing anything with it that's pretty much beneficial to you. Based off everything we pretty much said on the before and with this King of Pentacles here, you already know that he's not a stable choice. He's not dependable and he's not emotionally secure for you. I feel like, again, he's coming off across someone that is pretty much manipulative and someone that likes to control certain things. I feel like he wants the benefits of this connection here, but when it comes as far as like giving you security, reassurance, and consistency, the energy is very, very even here. Uneven here. The energy is very uneven. And with this Knight of Pentacles here, this is telling me that here that where you stand here, this is not someone that's not going to suddenly wake up tomorrow with all the answers and become the partner that you've been waiting for. I feel like growth could be possible here, but this here is showing that he doesn't have a quick turnaround here. So I feel like at the end of the day here, you already are making decisions to kind of show him like, hey, I'm not going for this and I'm not going for that here. And I feel like you need to continue doing that here because he's not showing up with the characteristics that you're looking for. With this Three of Cups energy here, this here is saying here of continue to have your fun too. So I feel like at the end of the day, where you go here from here is basically continue living your life for you here, because you need to keep it light when it comes towards him because he's not bringing you anything. But I feel like you still need to put yourself in a position where you're opening up to other opportunities and other things to attract towards you rather than investing deeply into this connection with him. You got the Three of Swords here, and this is your warning because nothing possibly won't change for a very, very long time. So I feel like his potential is going to become disappointment over and over and over and over again. You got this Temperance in reverse here. This here is saying don't compromise and definitely don't over compromise. Don't try to keep making something fit just because you see the potential. You got this Ace of Wands in reverse here. Don't force anything here because it's already not naturally taken off for you. So if you already been feeling yourself, you need to pull away from the energy, then take yourself out of that energy. You got this Wheel of Fortune in reverse here. This here is saying that this pattern has a lesson attached to it. So I feel like if certain things, if you allow this person consistently into your energy, this cycle is going to tend to actually repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. And then with this Knight of Cups in reverse here, his follow through is never going to match in the sense, well, not in the energy right now. His follow through is not matching. So should you cut him off? I feel like yes. Because it doesn't make no sense for you to chase or argue, to investigate, to over exert your energy or over compromise here. So continue doing what you've been doing. Stay friendly, stay open to other opportunities, and keep your life moving here, because in your energy right now is nothing. It is nobody in your energy right now that's like really bringing you forth the energy of like, okay, I can be happy here, or this is going to be my person here, or things of that nature. So this is one of those things where you really need to super pay attention to what your intuition is telling you. And your intuition is telling you that you don't feel safe with him. So you need to honor that. So if you don't feel safe with him, I feel like the biggest question is why keep him around. So it's up to you whether if you want to keep things open is to see if things happen or whatever the case may be. But I would not put your eggs in this basket. I will put the eggs in your own basket and continue to date. Continue to stay open to things and just keep your life light until somebody is coming towards you with an actual solid promise. And that's what I have for you. You're welcome. And I saw that last part. You know I'm going to ignore that. I guess that's the least he can do is take you out somewhere, I guess, you know. But, you know, I don't like any of them, to be quite honest. Good morning to anybody that I didn't get to speak to. If you are a new subscriber, let me know that you are new here so I can say hello. And if you are a new subscriber, you get to ask one yes/no question if you have it. Yeah, you got to keep all your eggs to yourself, literally. You'll know when it's time to really actually fold or to put your emotion somewhere. I feel like right now it's not even anybody right now to where you really need to allow to kind of throw you off where you should be going for yourself, you know? Y'all give me one moment. Let me go to the restroom. If you're new here, type hello. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to the restroom real quick. I am back. I am back. The lover girl in me has completely just paused, and I just feel really good about it. As you should. As you should. Because it's like, what am I doing here? What am I gaining here? So that lover girl thing gets you in trouble a lot of times, especially when it's not mutual. It's about becoming a better me and multiple streams of income. I do good by myself. Absolutely. One thing about love, it will be there. Good morning, everybody into the room. Welcome everybody into the room. If you're a new subscriber, tell me you're new here so I can answer a yes/no question if you have one. Absolutely. That's very, very important. Because if I can do it myself, what do I need you for? And if I'm doing it myself and you can't bring that energy times 2, 3, then what are we chatting about? You know what I mean? So honestly, that's the it will prevent you from being lost and heartbroken. Now it's not always fun doing it. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because we're women. We want love. We're emotional beings. We are beings that love love. Don't get me wrong, but you know at what cost? You know at what cost? Like we're not no. Absolutely. What is his sign? Because when I was doing your read, water sign kept coming out. I know you're the water. Is he a water too? The water could have been you, but what's his sign? Virgo. Okay. Oh, girl, yeah, they could be master manipulators. If you got an unhealed Virgo, please brace yourself. And he's definitely an unhealed one. He'll take you to hell and not take you out of it. There's 7 people in the room. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you're a new subscriber here, let me know. New subscribers do get a free yes/no question. If you want an in-depth reading, take a look at the live description or take a look at my page and go to my link tree to be able to join the list for an in-depth reading. I had one and that's how I know it feels the same. Girl, yeah, trying to tell you. Won't even give you water to drink. Absolutely. I'm not sure if you was listening to the reads, but he's yeah, I don't know how to explain him because he's a piece of work. I feel like he's still living life like he's 20 years old type of dynamic. That's not going to work. Like, you got to grow up. You really got to grow up. Probably old enough. Old enough to know better. I love this little thing where you can just put the little cards up. 36. Oh, yeah, that's old enough. That is old enough. That is old enough. That is old enough. I have a client. Hopefully she don't come in here. If she do, she know I always talk about this, man. I have a client that is in like separation with someone, and he is, I think, 61, and he still plays these reindeer games. 61. So I'm like, damn, 61, and he's still out here playing games. That's crazy. Welcome everybody into the room. Welcome any new subscribers in the building and need a yes no question answered. Please let me know. The list is open. The floor is open right now. Yeah, play over there. Heavy on the play over there. Heavy on the play over there. Heavy on the play over there. I always tell them, play with your mammy, not me. Play with your God, not with me. Virgo in the chart could be a great thing if used correctly, is what I will say. If used correctly. If used correctly. So I feel like Virgo, when they're unhealed, Virgos, they misuse communication, they misuse action, they misuse that because they're so they use a lot of strategy with Virgo nature. So if it's not healed right, how they present themselves and what they do with it could be a real bad nightmare. It's a shitstorm. It could be, because they're not using it right. So it can be very hectic. But when that Virgo nature gets to a point of healed, it can be very, very beneficial because they know how to utilize certain things. They know how to uplift. They know how to keep things together. They know how to be caring and things of that nature. So when the Virgo aspect of things is treated the right way, then it could be very, very good, So when it comes towards that energy, it's just like any other sign. Like it's just like any other sign, the unhealed and the healed version. Like it could be bad, But I feel like those that are like especially in Virgo nature, because Virgo, they pack a lot of power with Virgo. There's a lot of power. And I feel like because they are the sign of movement, they are the sign of, pretty much evolution here. And they are earth energy. So I feel like with that sign in particular, when they are when it's unhealed or when it's unrefined, it can be very, very damaging to somebody that is not even looking for that. But yeah, that's because that's in your chart and everything else. It helps you stay grounded in those things. It helps you keep certain things together. But some people, they may misuse that. So just be thankful it helps you and not allow you to kind of be a fuck face. Is what I will say. you know. But just like any other unhealed sign, it can be good and then or it can be bad. And then other placements in your chart can help you balance out that nature. But in my experience though, Virgos though, because for me, I attract a lot of Virgos. I married one. I attract a lot of Virgos. And that sign in general, the way they do things could be, ooh, malicious as fuck. It could be malicious as fuck. All right, we have Dasha up next for her read. She has 2 minis and a quick. I don't even know. Are you in the room yet, Dasha? I think it affects me in my overthinking and perfectionist persona. Well, yeah. They do loathe that perfectionism too, in things of order. So that mind space here. So it's good that it hones you instead of like, because you do got Cancer. You say you got Pisces, and that's a lot to deal with. That is a lot to deal with. That is a lot to deal with, especially with the Cancer Pisces. That's a fight within itself. So I'm happy that Virgo is able to kind of like hone that down, because it's like, woo, that Pisces and Cancer clash. I fear for you. Jesus. I just got here. Yes. Okay. I don't have. I don't. I don't have. I don't have much. I don't even think I got any Pisces placements. Now that I'm really thinking about my chart right now, I don't think I got a lot of Pisces placements. But those ones that I do know that have Pisces placements, I always just shake my head, because it's like it's a toss up. You just never know what you're going to get with them. I do have a few Cancer placements, but Pisces not. I don't think I have any Pisces placements. I'm gonna look at my chart later and see. Yeah, that double water is insane. I think my younger brother is a triple Cancer. He's either a triple Cancer or he's a double Cancer. And I gotta look at his chart again, but I think he's a triple Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I just be looking at him like, oh my God. All right, let's get into this mini read. Yeah, I can't remember. It's either double or triple. Can't exactly remember, but that's a lot. I couldn't imagine if I was him. I would probably myself. But that's a lot. Water signs, being a water sign is so exhausting sometimes. It's like, what the fuck? I feel like air and water is probably the most complicated signs to kind of have. The air and water. Being a water sign and the air sign, because that air be so all over the place. I couldn't imagine that. They be all over the place. And my daughter is a Gemini. I'd be like, girl, what? Slow it down. What are you talking about? All right, let's see. What's this energy here? Someone posted all cancers have a little bit of 50 Cent in them. Yeah, when y'all have enough, when y'all done, when y'all reach that point, it takes y'all a while to get there sometimes. So. Okay, you have a good day too, love. All right, Dasha. So with this energy here, starting off with the Two of Swords in reverse here, you got the Justice in reverse. For a long time, he was in denial about this name change. And now that you actually went ahead and did it here, his emotions is like flooding through in different of ways, or like up and down of this energy. So with this Two of Swords and Justice energy, he can't hide behind denial anymore, or hide behind, I guess he maybe thought it was empty threats. It's not that anymore. So it's like he can't really hide behind it anymore. So he's like being forced to accept that this isn't a threat. Like this is now his reality. With this Justice in reverse here, this name change feels very, very personal to him. He feels like you really like took a sword and really pierced right through his heart. And I feel like he's not pleased about this name change. Oh no, I can't my words out. He's not pleased about this name change whatsoever. And he doesn't care whether you were right or he was wrong or vice versa. His perception of this name change is something that really just shifted his perspective and his identity with you actually doing this here. So in his mind, he's telling himself, damn, she really did this to me. And that realization is really sitting in right now. You got this Five of Wands energy. You also got this Eight of Swords here. He's really fighting with things here. He's fighting his ego, his pride. He's fighting that with the sense of reality. So internally, he's going through a lot. He's saying a lot within his own mind. He wants to argue. He wants to defend himself. He wants to blame somebody. He wants to convince himself there got to be another way. It got to be something else to this story, or the reason why she did this type of thing. So he's going through all these different opinions and all these different dynamics or whatnot here. He's going through all that within himself. And it's like he feels trapped here because this action here changes the situation. And he knows this is not going to be something that is going to be simple to be undone, or if it could be undone at all here. So he's not confident about any of this right now. He's frustrated. His pride is taking a hit. He's overthinking, and he hates the feeling of him losing control over this whole dynamic here. And with this Eight of Swords here, he's replaying how this is going to make him feel from here on out. You got this Ace of Wands in reverse here. You got this Page of Swords reverse here. This knocked pretty much the wind out of him here. With this Ace of Wands energy, this is his confidence. It really took a hit, and I feel like he's really lacking direction right now. He don't know what he can rebuttal back to say. He don't know how he can defend himself. He's just like in this yucky position. So I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if he's being mean right now, because his confidence and his ego is definitely wounded. With this Page of Swords in reverse here, he's curious about what are you going to do right now. He's curious about, okay, what's her next course of action? Is she going to come back for more? Is she going to try to embarrass me more? So it's like I don't know what to really expect. So he's kind of in this sense of paranoid. Who's going to know about this? Who's going to say something about this? What's going to happen from here on out? You got this Six of Swords and you got this King of Wands. I feel like at the end of the day, once this reality really set in with him, and his anger probably would never really go anywhere, but he's trying to figure out what can he do to preserve how people, or how people may see him, or how people may perceive him type of thing here. So with this King of Wands here, he's going to put on a act eventually. Right now, he's wounded. Right now, he's not saying much. But eventually, he knows that he's going to have to put on the role here. And he's going to have to present himself as if he don't really care about this name change. But all of this is a performance. It's not how he truly feels. You got this Breaking Hearts energy. He feels like this permanent changes really hit him, and he has a lot of sadness towards you actually doing this name change. You got this circus clown. this is where his pride and everything is coming to play, because he feels like people maybe ended up laughing at him. He knows that his foolish behavior contributed towards it, but he's almost in the sense of kind of like don't want people to really know about it, because he feels like people may embarrass him or laugh at him because it makes him look bad. You got this dead and gone energy here. He's realizing you with this empty threat, you with kind of throwing this out there is not a threat anymore here. So he's really figuring out like this situation, you're really trying to close this chapter with him for good. And then you got this energy here of they fumbled you. So he's regretting how he allowed things to happen up to this point, because if he would have never did certain things, you probably wouldn't have never did this. So he kind of feels like you are really, again, closing this chapter here, and it's like, I'm done with you for good. So that final energy is that realization that what he thought he can still play around with is completely gone here. So you basically stopped him from hiding behind this threat or whatever the case may be, and you actually followed through with this time, through with it this time, and he really wasn't prepared for that, and he doesn't like how it feels. Your follow up. What is this? What is this? This card kept coming out, so I'm gonna put it out. All right. So within his dynamic, when it comes towards him and your position on you deciding to move forward, I feel like the biggest thing here, I feel like he really won't be able to really handle this pretty much well. And you detaching is not something that he's ever really going to peacefully accept here. But I feel like he's going to be struggling through this because he's realizing that he cannot influence you the way that he used to or the way he think he could have. With this lovers in reverse here, is basically he's recognizing that this separation thing is actually coming real. And he's really starting to realize that you're making choices that really exclude him and it doesn't really include him anymore. You got this Seven of Wands energy, very defensive like here. And that's because, again, he likes control. And because you're putting him in a space where he really doesn't have a position to insert control anymore, this is someone that is going to become very much so argumentative. He's going to try to provoke different reactions here or suddenly act like he has something to prove here. You got this death energy in reverse. He doesn't want this chapter to end. And it's like he doesn't, again, he's going to this thing of losing access and control forever. Because I feel like for him it's like, no, who does she think she is? Because she's always got to be there. Like, where does she think she's going to go type of energy here. So with this devil, with this devil here, and then this death energy in reverse here, he's really going to go back into this sense of unhealthy attachments here. And then I feel like with this energy here, especially with this paper gangster and slap a bitch energy here, going towards this death in reverse and this devil here, I feel like there's going to be a lot of unhealthiness that may come from this. So I feel like it may be some obsession issues here. Just be emotionally distraught in a sense, to where it's going to be he's going to be doing certain things, whether it's to you or other people, that's not good or healthy. You got this energy of derailed energy. He's feeling completely thrown off. So I feel like with you really doing this action here and you standing firm on you actually moving forward here, he's feeling like the way he wants things to go is not going in that manner here. And he's going to be completely thrown off. So while his mindset is going to be all over the place here, his actions is going to follow. You got this long-term exposure. This is something that's not going to disappear overnight for him. He's going to continue thinking about you and trying to poke at how you shifted things here. So this is this dynamic to where it doesn't matter how much time pass on, he's always going to bring you up here. You got this no plans, no goals here. He's not really prepared for the ending. And there's really no clear plan of what really comes next here, because I feel like with that derailment energy and with you actually putting down the final foot here, is like I really never anticipated or I never really planned for something after this energy. You got this thing of paper gangster here. So this is someone who may talk bigger than they actually act. And that's because his pride is loud. So I wouldn't be surprised if he started texting certain crazy things to you or sending messages to get to you type of dynamic here, because he's going to be angry. He wants somebody to feel the same way that he feels inside. You got this slap a bitch energy here. I feel like this is one of those things where he's going to be truly just very much so angry. Because his bruised ego, he feels disrespected by this final act of yours here. And he's going to want to lash out verbally and emotionally here. So I feel like at the end of the day here, I do feel in this dynamic to pay attention to that stalking nature that he always do. And him basically doing dangerous or certain type of volatile behavior here, because especially here with this devil energy and this death reverse and the Seven of Wands, he feels like he has something to prove here, because to him, with you actually doing this final act, he feels like that makes him look like a clown here. So I feel like he's going to be repeatedly doing things here that he should not be doing to get reaction. He wants some form of guilt trip. He wants people to feel sorry for him. So he may be overexerting himself when it comes towards your boundaries and things of that nature. So this is not going to be a smooth process of where he's just like, okay, yeah, she's walking away, she's done, I'm gonna let this be over. He's not going to be willing to handle that exactly. And that's what I have for that reading. There's a few people in the room. If you're new here, say hello, hello. We're in the middle of a paid reading. If you're a new subscriber, let me know that you're a new subscriber. And once I get a moment, if you have a yes/no question, I'll be more than happy to answer that for you for your subscription free of charge. Did you want to do your other quick next, or you want to do the mini, Dasha? Thank y'all for the taps. I definitely appreciate you guys. I just got to work. I was driving. Oh, no, you're fine. I'm going to do the other mini, Dasha, first, since we already in that energy already with the name change and the finalization, and then we'll do the quick. I just looked at your questions here. I hope you have a good day at work. Damn, how long it takes you to get to work? All right, so for this next one here about Lisa's energy about everything, I feel like with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this Eight of Cups, Four of Wands in reverse, and this Ace of Swords here. With this Queen of Pentacles, I feel like in a way she kind of took it like slightly personal. Um, she feels like what you did here pretty much touched family or something or legacy, or she may feel like it was fucked up the way that how all of this kind of transpired or how it was handled in a sense. With this Eight of Cups energy here, because it's showing here that she's not really coming into this dynamic trying to fight for anything or try to come up with a battle or try to fight or something here. It's showing here that she is just disappointed and she's kind of like withdrawn a little bit. So it's kind of like, well, she did it, it's done now. It's nothing that we can do about it. But she's not at peace with the decisions that was made. You got this Four of Wands here. She is feeling like the aspects of Kwan's relationship with his children, and when this action happens, she feels like that dynamic is completely broken. It's fractured here. So she was kind of like hoping that at least y'all can try to find a way to keep that co-parenting system intact, and then eventually getting to a place where it could be healthy. You got this Ace of Swords in reverse here. I feel like it's something in Lisa's energy that really feels like she doesn't really have the full story. Or she's choosing to view it in a way from her son's perspective, is what I will say. I feel like she has a lot of parts of the story. I feel like she's just choosing to view it from her son's perspective versus the full story at all. So I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like she's not really acknowledging his full role into this here, but she also knows that he's not innocent in this too at the same time. You got this Justice in reverse here. And this is saying that she believes that this situation towards Kwan was completely unfair. So she thinks that Kwan is not really going to take this pretty much the right way. He's not going to take this like everything was done fairly. So it's kind of like she's kind of worried about how he's eventually going to act from here on out, now that this name change has been put into the system. You got this Five of Pentacles here. She recognizes that there has been neglect and fucked up things from Kwan's space here, but she knows at some level here that certain things is like she knows that was neglect and certain things that was done on Kwan's position here. And she knows that certain things wasn't functioning in a healthy way, so a co-parent type system could actually happen here. But with this devil energy here, she's still attached to kind of protecting her son. So her maternal instinct is like mixed in with a sense of denial. So she feels like even though that certain things was pretty much set up to the point where it allowed you to make this executive decision here, she feels like you should have just, I guess you could say, just dealt with it, or just kind of not done much with it, or just tried to like detach yourself from the situation until you guys can come to a healthy co-parenting system here. So now with this devil energy here, I feel like of course she's naturally going to side with her son, but she doesn't feel like he's completely innocent. But I feel like she's putting on a lot of blinders as to everything, like the full story as to how all of this came about. With the Seven of Cups here, so I feel like with this energy here, she's kind of creating a sense of assumptions of what could happen in the future. But I feel like with those assumptions here, she's hoping that you will eventually regret it. She feels like hopefully one day you may feel like you may want to reverse it or fix something here. So I feel like she's just basically saying these things in her head with these assumptions here in hopes that it can eventually help Kwan later on down the road here. You got this energy of left you hanging here. So she sees this as you pretty much made this decision and you left their family behind. So she feels like you're doing this as a permanent separation. but she was hoping that this wasn't like the final straw. You got this karmic lesson here. So she knows that certain things didn't happen overnight. But she's not really admitting towards the karmic lesson. She's not really admitting towards Quan nor herself, like, this is what you get for this, that, and the third. She's not saying that. But I feel like she knows that there is a lesson here deep down inside. And she knows that what led up to this did not happen. It feels like she's ignoring the simple fact of that you gave this person a lot of chances here. So with this karmic lesson here, she's just not really openly admitting it towards him that this is pretty much what you get. That massive regrets energy comes up again. Same thing here with the Seven of Cups here. So she feels like hopefully one day you will see this as a sense of you made the wrong choice. That's what she has in her mind. And you got Firestorm. She's kind of expecting some sense of drama, some type of emotional type of fallout, or some type of family conflict, or some type of consequences based off this decision. She just doesn't know how all of this is going to play out, or how all of this is actually exactly going to happen. But she's almost in the sense of almost anticipating or expecting something to actually happen, because she knows her son and he's not going to be taking it well. So I feel like she's not really plotting no revenge or really celebrating at all. This is like a mother basically kind of like a little bit on eggshells here, because she doesn't know what to really anticipate from the future. But to kind of help her a little bit, she's like in her mind hoping that eventually one day you may regret it. And then Quan can have some sense of leeway to kind of feel justified into everything that has built up to exactly this point. What did she say about the marriage? I feel like as far as like her responses to him when it comes towards of this situation, I feel like this is when she really tapped into her motherly role when it comes towards Quan. You got this death in reverse here. You also got this tower in reverse here. I feel like her initial reaction is to kind of soften the blow for Quan type of dynamic. Almost like, don't let this destroy you. This is not the end. She's making a point right now, but she will see in time that she's made the wrong choice type of dynamic here. So it's like them basically trying to twist the final energy of it so it doesn't hit as hard. Um, and with this tower here, she's like trying to not really, she's not really putting her talk to him as in perspective as he's wrong. She's kind of like saying things towards him as if like, you know what, you're wrong with doing this here and you're going to regret it type of energy. You got this Nine of Swords energy, and you also got this Three of Wands. I feel like the biggest thing that she's noticed with Quan here is noticing that he feels stressed, or he's just maybe angry or kind of consumed with all of this with the name change here. So instead of encouraging him to sit with accountability, she's just trying to redirect his way of thinking towards the future. So it's like, don't be mad. Don't be pulling up to her house. Don't sit around crying over this. Don't be stalking her. She kind of got this thing of focus on yourself. She'll eventually realize what she did here. Because there's this energy that she has to do to kind of, she feels like she has to do to kind of calm himself down so he doesn't be exactly so angry here. You got this strength energy. You also got this lover's energy. You also got this judgment energy. Um, so I feel like this thing here is like she's just telling him to keep his composure here. Don't beg. Don't make yourself seem more embarrassed than what you already feel here. So she feels like here, she feels like things is going to come back around and like bite you in the butt because of your choices here. So I feel like in this dynamic, she's telling him like one day she's going to understand. I feel like with this lover's energy, she's trying to talk about, okay, yeah, this is still your child here. That's still your child here. There could be, later on down the line, it could be something that could be different where it changes up this situation that actually happened. And with this Page of Wands here, she's telling him not to react impulsively. So I feel like she's just basically telling him, leave it alone for now. I don't feel like she is, I don't feel like she is what was I going to say? With that, leave it alone for now. She's trying to tell him this here because she knows that he has this energy to kind of do things first and then regret it later on down the line. So she's telling him to be smart and strategic of how he responds with this energy here. So I feel like at the end of the day here, with this energy, especially here with this judgment here, and then also going towards this tower in reverse and this death in reverse here, she just got this energy of she's basically telling him, don't chase after her because she's going to regret it. Let her see since this is like kind of like this energy of, since this is what she wants her life to look like with her child and want to remove you from it here, let her see what life is without bending over backwards for her. It's something here about supporting the child too. If this is the way she wants to do this and exclude you out, as of like, because it kind of to her and how they're making it seem, it's almost in the sense of like, with the name changes, almost to them, it kind of feels like you're removing his rights as a father. So within this energy here, it's like she's telling him like, if this is how she wants things done without you, then you may need to look into like your responsibilities or what rights you have as a parental. And if she is going to keep these things where she's excluding you here, then you may need to change up ways of how you want to support the child. So especially if he's like on child support or stuff like that, she may be encouraging him to look into that or certain things of that nature. But certain things of that nature because something here the way he feels is unfair. So she's trying to encourage him like, listen, look into all your options here. And I feel like you need to ask questions if the mother or if Dasha doesn't even want you to be involved and she's removing your last name and all this, that, and the third. Then you need to ask if you still need to support her or whatever the case may be. But she kind of got this energy of one day you may end up regretting removing the last name here. But she's not really having him sit in accountability towards his actions towards the matter. I feel like she is enabling him. She's kind of trying to soften the blow here so he doesn't completely go crazy in his mind. And that's what I have for that reading for you. Let's go to your quick. What's this argument about with my son? So with the quick, you're saying that him and Monique got into an argument about your son? I feel like with this dynamic here, um, he's looking for someone to blame ultimately here. And with this moon energy and this five of wands here, I feel like because this situation between them two is the newest thing that is the problem in this dynamic, this looks like Quan's energy wanting to insert some sense of control here because of how he's exactly feeling. And with this five of wands here and this 10 of wands energy here, and because he can't come at you and really curse you out or really say the things that he probably would want to say or could say, woulda, coulda, shoulda, he's directing this on any and everybody that he can. And I feel like he feels like in this dynamic here, he feels like this whole situation is your fault. You're the reason everything is falling apart. And it's like, now look at what I got to deal with type of situation. And that now look at what I have to deal with here. It's like he's blaming her for his current problems when it comes towards you, because it's the easiest thing to kind of do right now, because he can't blame it on he can't really put it on too many other people. So instead of owning his choices here, he's emphasizing how his life has become harder, or how Monique is making it harder for him in these situations because of the thing that has been exposed here. And with this moon energy here and this mind games energy here, he's basically creating some sense of gaslighting energy or confusion on her, to where it makes her feel bad here, because it's like, if I'm feeling bad, everybody's going to feel bad. And it's more so in this dynamic here is basically, I feel like in this energy here, he's just like really just like pushing her in a sense. And it's like, you know what, if none of this would have came out, if I would have never dealt with you type of dynamic, none of this would have happened. But in all actuality here with this 10 of wands energy, it was already situations already fueling, or certain situations was already happening even before this situation with Monique even came about. But it looks like to here, Monique may not know about everything that really transpired between you and Quan, but she feels like, well, damn, this could be my fault. So it's almost in the sense where he wants to like break her mindset down to make her feel bad, so she can kind of play in his playing field where he controls her now. So with this broken mirrors energy here, I do believe in her dynamic here. It's like, yeah, she does feel bad about it here, but she kind of feels like she's carrying way too much that's not necessarily only for her to actually carry. So I do feel like she's questioning herself and replaying a lot of situations in her head. And she's getting sad here because I feel like that part of, if I would have never dealt with you, none of this situation could have happened. And I feel like he's using the baby here because that's, everybody falls soft when it comes towards babies and situations like that. So he's using that energy here so she can have egg on her face, so she can basically feel just as bad as he do. And I feel like, you know, it's one of these things of like, I can't see my son because of you. You ruined everything because of this. I can never get Dasha back. Everything is final because of you. So he doesn't want to take ownership of this dynamic here. He doesn't want to take ownership here. So the very next best thing he knows how to do is play both sides of the fence here. So you got this energy of double life here, that egg on the face, and with this tower energy here, all this type of things that's happening for Quan here, it's like he doesn't know how to deal with it. And his pride is being fucked up now here. So it's like he's going to make her feel as bad as he can, because he feels like this situation should have been held together because he didn't say anything, or how did this even come about? He doesn't know who, he can't really blame anybody else but the person that's actually in a fire with him right now. So he's putting all these situations on her lap here so she can feel some type of bad here. So to the point where it's to the point where maybe from here on out, she'll just, I don't know what he's looking for her. And it's like she doesn't know what he's looking for from her either. And I feel like they both going back and forth like my life is hell too. This double life, this little affair thing or whatever the case may be, us getting caught, it's not just on you or it's not just on me, it's on both of us here. So I feel like these two people are going back and forth about who fault is it, who's this, whatever. This is not like a calm situation, but I feel like she does feel very much so defeated in this dynamic because it's nothing else that they can do. So I feel like this is a conversation that is happening that's not even going anywhere. Tasha, are you back yet? Okay, so with your question, what are you exactly asking? Because I'm a little bit confused. So is family services the old job or the new job? So you're asking when will the new job come into play so you can leave the prior job? Is that basically what you're asking? Okay. Okay, I haven't started yet. I was responding back to a message. What time is it? I want to make sure I'm not going over time for my private. Let's see. I should be able to get both of them done. So with this Six of Diamonds here, and then also with this World energy here, this is both pointing to a closing out of a cycle here. I feel like you are in the sense or in the energy of completing something that has ran its course. And with the Six of Diamonds here, it basically reinforces like improvement, better opportunities, or movement towards a more stable situation. You got this Three of Wands here. You also got this Eight of Spades energy. I do feel like family services feels like something that you could look towards. But it does look like there is still some sense of delays or some type of waiting or some sense of a little slight obstacle here. But with this Eight of Spades, this is not saying no. It's basically saying not as fast as you want it. You got this Nine of Wands energy. You also got the Eight of Hearts here. And this is basically here you carrying on this emotional baggage when it comes towards your current job. This is exhaustion here. And I feel like you have been carrying this job on your back longer than Spirit pretty much wanted you to. And with this Eight of Hearts here, it definitely shows that your heart is already walking away from something emotionally before you actually are able to leave. You got this Ace of Wands here, and then you also got this Two of Spades energy here. And this is representing like a genuine new beginning type connection here. And with this Two of Spades here, it says that the final decision or official communication still has to happen first. So it feels like you're still maybe under like something else that needs to happen before this door can actually fully open here. So I feel like in this energy here, I'm going to point towards that, yes, family services is going to become your next chapter here. This does show a lot of transition, especially here with this World energy, especially here with this Ace of Wands here, the Eight of Hearts, and this Six of Diamonds energy. But I would say here, I don't feel like this is an immediate type of timing here. This is not like a tomorrow type of energy. It feels like somebody at this family services could be waiting on a decision or maybe some type of final say so from administration before they can actually move forward with certain things. So I feel like in the timeline aspect here, I feel like in the next 2 weeks, you will actually hear something back from family access, family, the other job, the newer job. I feel like you will hear something back. You will hear something from them in this dynamic in the next 2 weeks. Because this Ace of Wands here is pointing towards a new cycle here. And with this World energy, it's basically saying you're right at the end of the closing a cycle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to go to my private client at 10:30. I don't know if I'm going to be back later, but I'll try to come back. Hello, London Cutest Rasta. But yeah, I would say in the next 2 weeks though, Tosh. There's something being held up a little bit. All right, ladies and gents, I'll see y'all a little bit later. I got a client to go see. And y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Thank you for everybody's subscriptions, everybody's support. Thank y'all for typing the live and things of that nature. I definitely appreciate it. Y'all will definitely see me another time.